Two after.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Nothing on my end. Well, I'm not sure what's playing right now, but I'm going to go on assuming that. There it goes.
Where relationships matter. Always live on the free Odyssey app. This is Investor Schooling Live with your host, Larry Steinhaus, CEO of Investor Schooling.
Hey, good afternoon, and welcome to Investor Schooling Live. Investor Schooling Live is transmitting from the Investor Schooling Studios right here in the Investor Schooling headquarters. I am Larry Steinhaus, and I am the CEO of Investor Schooling. Hey, thanks for listening, and get ready to learn real estate investing, stock options trading, and so many more things about money that I bet you didn't know. Hey, you can call us anytime during the show with your questions at 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. Hey, one more time, 855-939-1137. That's right, we're a live program, and you can call anytime during the show, and we'll take your calls. Don't even worry about what we're talking about. We'll take your calls about anything that has to do with money, finances, politics, stock market, real estate. It doesn't matter. We're also live on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter, and you can leave comments. Hey, if you're watching online, please say hi. It's the only way I know you're watching. At Investor Schooling, we teach real estate investing, stock options trading, and we teach you all different ways to save money and taxes and how to be financially free. And we even give you the motivation to make money work for you instead of you working for money. Investor Schooling is located in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, right off the Newtown bypass, serving the New Jersey and Greater Philadelphia areas in a real brick and mortar building. Our students are also located in several states with our exclusive web access to our classes and our seminars. Get ready to learn something new. Get ready to learn the business of entrepreneurship, real estate investing, and stock options trading from your friendly neighborhood financial expert. And hey, that's me, Larry Steinhaus. Well, guess what? I'm not here alone. I'm actually here with my favorite cohort, Dr. Deb.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
And we also have the worst landlord, Omri, here.
I'm here.
So we have the worst landlord together. We figured we'd have a whole conversation about some cool stuff going on.
It's Saturday. The court is closed. Where would I be?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Right. Where would you be? So how about if you would be maybe
Where?
Trying to rent your place?
So I haven't rented any place for the last, I think, half a year. So I'm getting better. I guess, as a landlord. No evictions recently, so it is good.
You haven't lost any tenants lately?
No, actually, no. The thing is that I think I'm renovating right now, two in the same time. And the bureaucracy became horrible. I think you know about that because you are dealing with your bureaucracy with your new ice cream store.
No, my bureaucracy, my ice cream store is so simple. I just ignore the government and keep going.
Okay, that's a way. Yeah. Yeah. So we were in the middle of renovation. We got a stop order from the township.
Oh, you did get a stop order.
We did get a stop order.
Okay, so let's talk about that for some guys who don't. Some people don't know about this. So when you renovate a property, you're supposed to get permits, right?
No.
Well, hold on. Right.
It depends what do you do.
Right, depends on what you do, exactly. Right, so you're supposed to get permits. So sometimes it's an electrical permit, sometimes it's a plumbing permit, sometimes it's a permit to put in windows. I actually found one that I couldn't believe it. If you change an outlet, you got to get a permit now.
Oh, wow.
So
that's exactly my problem. Bureaucracy became horrible. In Upland, for example, they want me permit to change carpet.
Yeah, to change carpet, right. That's another one.
I need a
That's
permit
ridiculous.
to change a carpet.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Now, I checked the PA laws. The PA laws doesn't require anything like that.
Well, so if Upland requires... So first of all, you got to put a carpet... All right, let me just finish what I was saying because I want to get to you. Hold on. Do me a favor, Debbie. Go outside and tell her to stop vacuuming.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe that we have these lights that say quiet on the air, but they're vacuuming. All right. So anyway, so the funny part is, so you have these things, and you got a stop work order. A stop work order is because you're doing work either without a permit or without permission. Correct?
Mm-hmm, correct.
So what work were you doing that was without permission?
We changed the windows.
Change windows.
So changing windows. So the stop order we got was actually because the house is part of the historical district of town.
Right.
So you need to go to a board, sit in front of the board, explain to them what are you doing with this house that is been sitting empty, was with drugs in it for so many years.
Right. So basically,
and they
you
want
bought,
that it will stay,
Right.
that it won't change the
right. You bought this piece of junk house that had broken windows, right?
Yeah.
And had broken windows, and you said
no
you were going to
windows.
change the windows. It had no windows, and you were going to put windows in, and
Yeah.
and they stopped you from putting windows in because you might make the property look nicer.
Yeah, they wanted the property will comply with the way, not comply. The house will look like it have never been touched.
Right.
200 years ago.
So most of the
And
time,
I'm okay with that. I didn't know that's exactly what I need
yeah,
to do.
that's fine. And then they
Yeah.
they you know they
I'm
put you
completely
in the right
okay
path.
with it.
So the interesting part is most of those things when they're doing something like that,
Mm-hmm.
it's usually what they call complaint based, which means somebody called and said
Correct.
you're working on a property.
Correct.
Most likely it's a neighbor who doesn't want to hear the noise of you working on a property, or it's a neighbor who said, hey, you know, this landlord came in and he's buying properties and I want to mess with him by complaining. Because I've had that happen to me,
Yeah.
where where I've had a stop order
So
issued,
in our
and it was not deserving.
in our case, there was no. We actually didn't know that we were doing something wrong. We weren't considered that this house is part of the historical district. So we started to
Right.
work.
Sure.
We filed for the permits, and we waited to get our permits that were just getting delayed
Sure.
and delayed and delayed. And when the inspector came to see the house before they issuing the permits, she explained to us, you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't do that, and this is a stop order. Stop everything you're doing. Goodbye.
Right. So basically, you did what you could, and you started working on it. And then how long were you shut down for?
I was shut down for I think 3 weeks,
Okay.
something
Now,
like it.
Did you do any work on the house at all while you had to stop order?
No,
Stop order?
no.
So
we cleaned.
right, that's
we
right.
cleaned.
Okay.
We scraped
Yeah.
the walls.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Right, because these are when you get a stop order, you have to go and start doing the work that you can't
Doesn't
that you're
require-
allowed to do. Right, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I had a stop order once where we were doing demo.
Where was that?
This was in Easton, actually.
So that's another thing. Why do you need a permit for a demo?
So the reason you need permits for demo is sometimes. No, I will tell you that Easton doesn't require a permit for demo,
Okay.
but some towns do. And the reason they require a permit for demo is, let's say you're taking down a wall, and you're not that smart, and you don't realize it's a bearing
You are
wall.
changing the
and
layout.
you take the wall down, and then the whole house collapses. So
Okay.
they want to make sure that you're not making a mistake by
Yeah.
taking that wall down. That's why they do it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you take a soffit down, it doesn't matter. If you
They
know,
don't care.
if you know that these are the kind of things where demo, and also sometimes there's electrical in the wires, and in the walls, and they want you to get an electrical permit to cut those wires out.
Yeah.
It makes sense, but it's also a royal pain, as you have been experiencing.
A few years ago, it was easy. You filed for a permit. 2 days later, you got a call. The permits were there. You went. You paid the township. They got their money.
Yeah.
You continue work. Everything was. Now I feel, and maybe it's only me, that the bureaucracy is so hard that it takes more and more and more time,
Right.
and the process.
Well,
just-
I think the real problem, honestly, is that so many people are working from home still,
Yeah.
including the government, and
Correct.
they're working from home, and like, hey, you know, my kid's crying, my dog needs to be walked, I'm watching TV. Why do I need to go worry about Army's permit? You know, and that's really
don't know.
what's going on.
I don't know, but it could be. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is what's going on. All right, real quick, if anybody wants to call in, 855-939-1137, 855-939-1137, 855-939-1137, 855-939-1137. And by the way, if you're watching online, say hi. Hey, some guy's saying hi to you, Deb.
Yeah, I wonder who that is.
Well, go ahead, tell everybody who said hi to you online.
So it's my hubby who's like saying hello, which is sweet. So
Isn't that cool?
he never watches the show. So thanks for watching.
So
today. I
he
appreciate it.
must think you're cool.
He
Well, now you're a radio star.
now I'm a radio star because everybody's like, "Hey, you're Dr. Deb." So I get a little notoriety at the school. It's
You're a
kind of
big
cool,
star.
actually.
People miss you.
Yeah, when I'm not around, people miss me.
It's
Yeah.
actually interesting how people come into school and they're like, I know that voice.
I know that voice.
that
Yeah,
voice.
it's Dr.
right? So
Deb. It's
really
pretty cool.
Yeah,
I thought it was great when the one lady said, "Hey, you're a lot younger than I thought." I thought that was great.
yeah, and the other lady said, "You're to me, I'm fatter than she thought."
No, I think it was just like, "Oh, well, I guess you're older than I thought." You know, I thought it was kind of funny she said that.
That's
but
how
I'm-
you know they only watch you on the radio.
So
There you go.
They
Yeah,
see
yeah.
you from the waist up, right?
yeah, I can see I'm going to be ganged up on today. So, by the way, in case you didn't know, we are Investor Schooling. So you go to investorschooling.com. If you want to sign up for a class, we teach real estate investing. We teach stock option trading. We teach the stock market. We teach you how to properly buy mutual funds. We don't sell any of those products. We only sell education. And it's really great when you're educated.
Very good education.
Yeah, thank you very much. When you're educated and you do things right, the chances of you making more money are much higher. So like one of the things that Omri came to me many years ago as a landlord, and every time I gave him advice, he didn't follow it. And he quickly learned that he needs to start following it, right?
Yeah. I think we all run into that. I don't always follow your advice.
amount-
And I get in
Well,
trouble.
The amount of loss I had for not listening was nothing compared to the value of this school.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nothing.
Happens all the time. We always say the cost of our school is less than your first mistake, and it's funny because I have people come to me and they're making mistakes. They show up on a Thursday night for a free class. By the way, you're all invited for a free class. They show up on a Thursday night for a free class, and what happens? We find out what they're doing, and sure enough, we find out that they've made a major mistake and they don't even know it.
Yeah.
I've actually gotten some money back from some people who have made some major mistakes. I'm working on another one right now. You know how that one works out after it's done. I don't want to talk about it yet, but it's a major
It's a real-
mistake
Yeah, I know.
that
about
somebody
that.
made. Yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe a little bit later.
Yeah.
We'll talk about
What?
it.
Okay.
So don't forget about
My book?
your book.
Oh, yeah. So Debbie wants to make sure that I talk about my book because I haven't talked about my book in a long time. So my book is called Money Hacks. And honestly, I'm getting some really great reviews on it. This book will teach you things. It's actually a 50-foot overview of everything we teach at Investor Schooling. And it has things like credit building, credit cards, how to get credit cards. You know what? I'm up to $818,000 worth of available credit on credit cards.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's great.
Now, for you guys, for you Dave Ramsey fans who are listening, going, what would you possibly do with $818,000 worth of credit cards? Here's the answer: anything I want.
Anything
Yeah.
you want. Buying the
I can
Empire
even
State
buy a
Building.
house with that, and you guys don't know how to do it. I teach you how to do that too. And if you go, well, why would you pay 30% interest on a credit card? First of all, I may even get 0% interest for a certain period of time. But also, if I don't care what interest rate I'm paying, as long as I'm making money on that money. So if I borrow $10,000 and I pay back $13,000 or $14,000, and I get $50,000, who cares? I didn't pay the $4,000 interest. Somebody else did. The buyer of the property did, or in this case. So it's not. It's actually a really great idea once you understand money. And again, most people have no idea what money is. My book is called Money Hacks, and the subtitle is because everything you think you know about money is wrong. We talk about IRAs, how to really invest in IRAs, how to do it the right way, how to buy properties with absolutely no money out of your pocket, and so many other different amazing stuff in there. Do you want to give a book away?
I think we should. I think
All
we
right.
should give like a book away.
All right, hold on. Let's do this. First caller, don't say his name anymore. We have our third guest here. I've mentioned his name a couple of times. He's known as the worst landlord,
Okay.
but he has a name, and it's not an easy name. He has a name. First person to call me and tell me what this third person here, his name is, can have a free book. All right. So let's try not to mention his name.
Okay.
But why don't you talk and tell us a little bit about yourself without mentioning your name.
Can I call and say my name?
Yes, but hold on. 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. You tell me this guy's name who's sitting in the room with us, who's also known as the worst landlord, and you get a free book. Everybody's baffled now.
Everybody.
They're all baffled. I'm not even sure. Hey, Glenn, I'm not going to, don't say his name, but do you know his name?
Yeah, I know the name.
You know his
Oh,
name?
okay,
All right,
okay.
Okay.
All right.
No calls.
I know, right?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
That's
Nobody knows the name. It's
Nobody.
horrible.
People are using it and break their teeth, and then they blame me. I know.
Yeah, you know why?
If a phone could unring.
I know, right?
Well, he always says we pronounce it wrong anyway too, so it's kind
Yeah,
of funny.
so,
Yeah.
So, all right, so we'll have to give it another chance. 855-939-1137. And I'll tell you what you could do. You could call us and try to accidentally get us to say the name.
There you go.
And then if we
Oh.
say it, then you can repeat it and you can win. So if you have a question about anything, 855-939-1137. And if you say this guy's name, we'll give you a free copy of Money Hacks. All right.
Glenn, if my mom called, don't transfer the call.
What if your wife calls?
It's a good yeah.
Does your wife know you even on the air?
No, I
amazing.
came. Somebody shouted at me about wiring, so I came here.
Yeah.
He told me to sit down with headphones.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
So Larry,
Yeah.
I do have a couple of calls right now. Do you want me to screen them and get the right answer? Or do you just want to?
No. Put them through. It's more
Put 'em
fun.
through.
It's
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, it's more
It's
fun
more
that way.
fun if you put them through. Yeah.
All right, hang on.
Just put them up on the screen so I know who they are.
A couple, so my dad too, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Maybe you're more famous than you realize.
Nah, I don't think so.
All right, hold on. We have a show going on here. This internal chatter
Yeah.
doesn't quite work for the audience, so we need to tell the audience. We need to get the audience involved in this
We
internal
told
chatter.
so many things.
Stop it!
We
All right,
talked.
I'm going to talk to you, Deb, while we're waiting for the first caller.
All right.
I want to talk to you about your recent adventure of renting your house.
Ooh,
Ah.
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So once again, I want to fill everybody in. This is the house. Well, you know what? Let's do this real quick. Let's get Richie first,
Okay.
and then we'll get to that. So what's up, Richie?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
All right, man. Do you know this guy's name?
Ali.
What is it?
Close.
Ali.
No, spell it. I think you're spell. I think you're wrong.
I think he's wrong. Yeah.
A-L-I.
No.
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 You're close though.
No, you are close, and I will tell you. All right, I'm going to give everybody a hint. I'm going to give you a hint too, and I'll even let you say it if you do. It's 4 letters, not 3. But anything else you want to talk about, Rich?
Nah, man, I love listening to your guys' show, and the book, even though I didn't win it, I'm definitely going to purchase the book. It sounds like a good thing.
Oh,
And,
it is a
Well,
good book.
I can't wait to get it.
I'll tell you what. I got another shot for you to get the book. You ready?
Coming Thursday.
If you see, like,
Yeah,
Deb just took the words right out of my mouth.
You know what? I've been around you too long.
I'll tell you what. You show up Thursday and you say you were the Richie who called, and I will give it to you. How's that?
And he'll even sign it for you too.
Yeah, and I'll even sign it for you. So go to investorschooling.com
Nice.
and sign up right now. And by the way, anybody else named Richie who says they're the Richie, I'll have to believe you. So you know.
We won't know the
But
difference.
after 4 or 5 books, I'm going to stop. Okay. So you sign up.
Yeah, I hear you.
You sign up for this Thursday.
Richie from
Go to
Thursday.
investorschooling.com. Sign up this Thursday. Remind me who you are, and I will give you a signed copy of the book. All right.
Sounds good. Thank you. I
All right.
appreciate it.
You got
Thank
it, man.
you.
All right, Matt. What do you think?
First time caller, long time listener, Larry. Great show.
Well, thank you, man.
I'm probably wrong. I like listening to your show, and this is getting reason to call in. But I'm going to guess Rami, but I'm sure it's all wrong.
Oh, he's
that's
so
fine with
close.
me.
I think
it was
he's-
nice talking to you.
What did he say? Wait, hold on,
So
Matt. What did you say it was?
I said Rami.
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 He said
Rami.
Rami,
You're
and he's
so
so
close.
close.
Yeah, you're
I
so
mean, I
close.
really, I actually think you should give that to him because
No, I'm not giving it to him. He has to
No,
show
no,
up
no,
too.
no,
I'm going to
no,
give him
no,
the same
no.
chance that Richie got
Oh,
because I want somebody to get it right.
it will be right because you know why?
that's. I mean, he's so
Wait,
close.
hold on. What is it right?
One thing I don't get.
Was that Rami?
For 3 days, everybody is talking about Stormy Daniels,
Wait, hold on. I
and
wanna
my
would
name
you-
is hard to pronounce.
Okay, stop. He's like, this is Army. Oh,
Oh,
he goes off on tangents.
I don't know.
Matt, hey Matt, did you hear me?
Yeah, I was going to adjust it to Rami. I don't know. I thought I heard it mentioned once.
You missed it. You missed it.
I actually just said it accidentally. But I'll tell you what, Matt, why don't you do that too? Why don't you go to investorschooling.com, sign up right now, and if you show up Thursday, just remind us who you are, and I'll give you a signed copy of my book. How's that?
Okay.
All right.
do that.
And go to investorschooling.com.
Anyways,
Looking for,
your show is.
go ahead.
I enjoy listening to your show when it's live. It's a great show. I wish you had, you're more permanent. You're a good show.
Well, you need to call. This is who you need to call. You need to call. Glenn, what's his name?
Greg
The
Stocker.
program manager. I forgot his name. It's off the top of my head. What's the program manager?
Great.
Greg Stocker. You need to call Greg Stocker, and you need to tell him that the people on the morning show at PHT are so boring that they should bring in Larry Steinhaus to build an audience.
There you go. And then
That'll work.
you have.
What's that, Matt?
Look, I'll let you. I know you're building up the afternoon audience. It's always good. Sometimes you're on at 10 on a Saturday. Sometimes you're 2. I can never tell till it
Yeah.
gets like 5 minutes in, and I'm like, oh, it's re-recorded. But still worth listening to again because it's fun to listen to.
Yeah, the problem is it's not us. We want to be on. We actually want to be on 10 o'clock every Saturday, but we actually don't have that time. We actually have the 2 o'clock time. But when there's a game at 2 o'clock, they put us on at 10 o'clock. So that's why nobody can ever find us, and that's why we struggle.
You get booted for like Penn State's women's badminton.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't think you could say women anymore. So
He said booby before.
Oh, right.
Would you stop it? Would you stop? Would you stop?
What he just said.
Just be quiet.
Yeah, just stop.
We're gonna have to mute his microphone in a minute. All right. So Matt, we'll see you. Hopefully, we'll see you.
Let me get the phone.
What's that?
Let me get the phone so no one else can guess at it. Let me get the phone so someone else can guess. Have a good day, Larry.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. We'll see you. Hopefully, we'll see you on Friday. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, Thursday. Thursday at 7. Go to investorschooling.com. Thursday at 7 o'clock. Go to investorschooling.com. You can take a free class. All right, Tim.
I got you.
Go ahead.
Say it for
I think I lost you. All right. What do you got, Tim? What's his name?
Larry, this is Tim.
Yeah. What's his name? Not your name. What's the name of the person in the room with us?
Ravi. His name is Ravi.
No.
Don't you have sounds like you can do like wah, 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 wah?
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Great show.
I can do that.
So let's do that.
Well, I can't. I gotta find it first. But okay.
Clearly, we're not prepared for the show today.
I gotta
so.
find. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, but I could do this one. No, never mind. I'm not gonna do that one. All right. So
I'm very insulted.
So
I know
Tim,
it
by the way,
started as a
Tim,
game.
anything else you want to talk about? Because I'm gonna give you the same opportunity to show up on Thursday and get a free book.
No, I'll go online. I'll check it out. No, great show. I'll be listening.
Thanks, man. Go to
Thank you.
investorschooling.com, and then you can get a free class and a free book.
Yeah, and then I'll probably give you a call just to
You
remind
got it,
you.
Larry. Thanks.
All right, thanks, man.
Thank you.
All right, so nobody knows your name.
Okay.
Hey, I see Fred is online, and he says it looks like a fun show. Of course it's a fun show, Fred.
Always.
We always do fun things.
Always.
Hey, Fred, if you call in and you know this guy's name, you could actually get a free book.
Hey, Larry.
Yeah.
This is like the bizarro Cheers. You know Cheers, where everybody knows your name?
Yeah.
This is
Right.
like the opposite universe. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows your
Nobody
name.
knows your name.
Nobody knows my name. I know, nobody.
That's funny.
Do you think... I have to ask you. Do you think my name is harder to pronounce than Stormy?
No, but they
It's
don't
just
know
unusual.
your name.
It's just
They
an
don't know your
unusual
name. It's an
name.
unusual name.
It's
so
not
they
a-
don't-
Stormy it is.
Yeah, but I mean that at least is an American name. Like your name is not American.
So
So
you're
it's not-
racist.
Yes, I'm racist.
Okay, thank
Yes.
you.
Yes,
So
I'm
I
racist.
find it very funny that I almost said it again. Well, I'm going to say it
The
accidentally.
guy.
That
the
guy
guy-
over here
the
in the room
word,
with
The
the
us.
guy
Word.
keeps bringing up Stormy Daniels.
Yeah, why is
Do you
that?
have an infatuation
Because
with
I
Stormy
think
Daniels?
my name, if you think about her name and my name, they are very close. That's why I'm keep mentioning
no,
the
they're
name.
not. No,
Yeah,
they're
they
not.
kinda-
Stormy.
No, I wouldn't get that.
You need to change the letters,
No.
remove another letter, and you're done.
All right, I'm going to give everybody a hint.
All right, let it go.
All right, before I bring Mary on, I'm going to give everybody a hint. The first letter of his name starts with O.
Yeah.
So it starts with O, and it's a 4-letter word. It starts with O. It's funny that your name's a 4-letter word.
That's funny.
It's funny. It's
But
funnier
it
than
starts
you
with an
think.
O. It starts with an O.
Funnier than you think. All right, let's
okay.
get Mary in Philadelphia. What do you think, Mary?
Alamy is his name.
Wait,
What is it?
Alamy.
Almy.
Olim.
OLIM.
No,
Olim.
no,
No.
it's not.
No.
No, she's trying to guess your accent.
Yeah, that's what
Maybe.
it is.
That's what she's trying to do.
Maybe.
She's trying to get your
I'm
accent.
Puerto Rican.
Then we said it started with O, right?
All right, his accent is Israeli.
Alamy.
His accent is Israeli.
Israeli. Yeah.
Alamy.
What is it?
No.
Says Alamy.
Almy.
No.
I think you
Spell
mean
it, 'cause-
OLMY, right?
That sounds. Yeah, but you said it's 4 letters, though. So
Yeah, but that's
Alamy.
not it. That's not his
No,
name.
it's
though.
not.
No.
Yeah.
no. See, then
All
we
right.
should do a whole show just on his
All right,
name.
well-
That's what we're doing.
We are actually. We're doing a
yeah,
whole
we're
show
doing
on
a whole
Omri's
show's
name. Oh,
So-
oh,
Whose
I
name?
did it again.
Oh,
I said it again. Did you hear? Wait, hold on. Did you hear it? Mary?
Yes, Alamy.
no.
Oh, see?
Alamy.
See, you're so close because it's such a hard name to hear. Even
Yeah.
when I spell
It
it
is
and
a
say
hard
it, everybody will know.
So, Mary, are you going to be able to come into class on Thursday? Get your signed copy of your book?
Sure, I'll try to come.
What?
Try to come?
You
Come
either
on
do
now.
or you don't. There's no try.
I'll try, but it's a busy week next week.
Well, you could come back. You could come back another time and remind us. So go to investorschooling.com and you can sign up for a free class,
Okay.
and we will give you a book, and we'll even introduce you to Omri.
And I will wear a name tag.
Yeah. All right, sounds good.
All right.
And
All
I'll
right.
get the correct spelling.
By the way, anything
I have a
else
quick
before?
question. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I was gonna say before you go.
Yeah, I have a
Anything else? Sure.
What? Sure. Sure. What's the best way to advertise like a property for rent besides putting a
Oh,
sign
it's
in
a
front
very,
of it?
very good question.
Would you let me answer since I'm the expert?
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to tell you the absolute best way. You're not going to believe it. Is Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Facebook
exactly.
Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace is the best. Do you have a Facebook account, Mary?
Yes.
So if you go to Facebook Marketplace and list it there and list it in some of the yard sales, like let's say it's a, I don't know,
Okay.
let's say it's a Philadelphia property listed in the Philadelphia yard sales or the surrounding area yard sales, it is the best place. Now, I'm going to tell you how to work it because, and this is a really great conversation
Okay.
because most people don't know how to work it because Facebook has these automatic buttons, and the first thing is somebody sees it, and they have three choices. You know, can I set up a tour? Yeah, I'm interested, or something like,
Is
is
this
this still
available?
available?
Yeah,
Right,
is
is
this
this
still
still available? And that's the biggest problem is the one is this still available? So lazy people, and most people who are renting apartments are lazy because if they weren't, they wouldn't be renting apartments, right? They're going to click the button that says,
Is it
is this
Is
available?
this available? Yeah.
Now you can answer and go yes, and then of course they're going to say then you can have a whole chat conversation which is completely useless. So I don't do that. I actually put in there yes, it's available. Call me at, and I put my phone number for more information.
Okay.
So yes, it's available. Call me
Oh,
at.
okay, that's good.
Right, but listen, only 20% of the people that
Actually
connected
call.
to you are going to actually call you.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right, so
Which is
just
very
understand.
frustrating.
Right.
Yeah. So just understand that that's what's going to happen. Don't expect everyone to call you back. And sometimes some will call you right away. Some will call you an hour or two later. And then you're going to go through the whole process of renting. Actually, Deb and I are going to talk about that probably after the break. We're going to talk about what we do when we meet somebody. So stay tuned because we'll talk about how we rent it and what we do and how we make sure that we're actually not wasting our time driving, even if it's 20 minutes away, the apartment. We're not wasting our time. So hang out, and we're going to do it. And if you come this week, we'll definitely get you a book. Go to investorschooling.com. All right, Mary, thank you for calling.
Okay, thank you.
And we said his name twice while you were on, and you still didn't hear it. All right.
Well, sorry.
don't worry about
Thank
it.
you for your program. It's very important. Have a nice
Put your ad around 7 p.m. And when you wake up in the morning, you will be amazed about
Yeah,
how
that's
many
true, actually,
people
yeah.
will
That's
approach
true.
you.
Yeah.
You won't believe it.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right, you know what, Glenn? We're going to take a break, and if anybody can mention Omri's name when we come back, we'll be able to do it. All right, we'll see you guys in a minute or two. This is Larry Steinitz with Investor Schooling. Are you
Don't
afraid?
forget about the money.
All right, you're
multiplier.
clear.
Okay. Rate Reset won't apply to those who own real assets. At Investor Schooling, we teach you how to own real assets like real estate, gold, silver, and other investments, including stocks, stock options, and
No, I'm
even
joking.
the basics of cryptocurrency. We even teach you how to pay thousands.
That was a very funny segment.
That was
It
funny.
really was.
And it's
only
funny how like
reason I'm
nobody
here.
got it.
Complimentary class this Thursday. InvestorSchooling.com.
Closer to the end of the show, I'm going to take off my shirt.
It's funny how Larry's like saying the name.
All the time. I
Like
know.
twice. I think I said it too. I'm like, ah.
Well, I just wrote a book on all
That's why I'm being better as a landlord, because people keep suing me, but it's not actually me. They're suing other people with weird names.
Wherever books are sold. Look for Money Hacks That is by Larry hysterical. Steinhaus. Hey, it might even be a tax deduction.
How long a break do you want here, Larry?
I don't know, a couple minutes, whatever.
All right.
You just let me know when it's ready to
How
come back
about
on.
one more minute?
All right, 1 more minute's fine.
Or you want a minute 30? I'll give you a minute 30. How's that?
Whatever, sure. Oh, we'll talk about your Tesla in the
Sign up
break.
for a complimentary class this Thursday and learn how not to be broke. That's right. Go to investorschooling.com and sign up for a this Thursday. And if you have any questions, you can call us at 215-876-3002, 215-876-3002. Go to investorschooling.com, sign up for this Thursday, and learn how not to be broke. Investorschooling.com. This is Larry Steinitz from Investor Schooling, and I'm so excited when our students do well. Listen to this student and listen to what he has to say about Investor Schooling.
I sold one of my properties last October, doubled my money, and what I did, I invested into another property and then closed on a refi, and I wrote myself a check out for $118,000.
That's awesome. I'm so excited. And if you want to find out more about Investor Schooling, go to investorschooling.com, and we will see you Thursday night, and we will help you any way we can. This is Larry Steinitz with Investor Schooling. Are you tired of the Biden economy? Do you want to learn how to thrive in the Biden economy? Because we're going to teach you that this Thursday night at Investor Schooling. So go to investorschooling.com and sign up for a complimentary class this Thursday night and learn how to thrive in the Biden economy. You could also...
All right, you ready to come back? Hello, hello.
Are you there
Tell
now?
me you're tired of it.
I'm
Yeah,
there.
you ready
I'm
to
here.
come
Yeah.
back?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, here we go.
I'm here with.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back to Investor Schooling Live. Hey, we are having a good time here trying to figure out if anybody knows Omri's name. And if you know Omri's name, you can actually get a free copy of the book Money Hacks by just calling in and saying his name.
Let's increase the price. I think nobody will get it.
I don't know. but I will tell you that there was somebody who guessed Romy, Romi, and they guessed it wrong, but they had all the letters right. So if you could get Omri's name right, you could call in right now and you can get a free copy of the book. We'll mail it to you. You don't have to come in, but we prefer if you came in anyway. So if you want to call up, 855-939-1137, 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. Hey, you want to give the number, Omri?
855-939-1137.
You want to try it one more time, Omri?
855-939-1137.
All right,
That's
we
for
got
people that.
Wait, check it out. We got
have
Steve from
access-
Langhorne. You think he's going to get it right?
Okay,
All right, Steve.
I know who is Steve.
You know Steve?
I think so.
Dude, I think it's Omri.
There you go! Woo! Congratulations!
Do the sound.
There you go. Yes, you got it. That's awesome.
Hey,
Congratulations.
Can you spell it?
Dang, that's the first thing I ever won.
Well, I will tell you the book is really a good book, but I'm sorry to hear that's the first thing you ever won.
Yeah, well, hey, start of a streak.
Yes, there you go. So if you start coming to Investor Schooling, you can learn how to win a lot more.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
And if you're here in Langhorne, you can stop in and get the book. You can come in person.
Actually, you could tell me if you'd like to come in person. You can come in person to get it, or I can mail it to you, whatever you'd like.
Yeah.
Because you are the official winner.
I would say mail it, but I can always. I'll be listening to the radio, so I'll figure out where the show.
Yeah, sure.
Where your place in Langhorne is.
Well, you're in Langhorne, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're at Corporate Drive. We're right across the street from the Newtown Athletic Center, right off the Newtown bypass.
Okay. Yeah,
Awesome.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Do you have any other questions for us before we have Glenn take your address so we can mail you the book?
No. I'm
Awesome,
good.
man.
Thanks.
Just know that we were willing to add a Chevrolet Malibu if you won't get it.
What?
The next person would get a Chevrolet Malibu.
What are you
Right.
talking
No,
about?
what he's saying is, and the funniest part is he calls it a Chevrolet, which is really funny.
Okay.
He's saying that if he didn't get this one, the next person who called in would have gotten the book and a Chevy Malibu.
Yeah, I
But
guess
since
I don't think
he got
it's
the
funny.
book,
No?
No,
but
I
since he
don't
got the
think
book,
that's
we're not
Anyway,
gonna give away
people
the
know
Chevy
my
Malibu.
name. I can leave now.
But
Okay.
we are going to give away a Tesla.
Okay, you can give away a
funny. We're
Tesla.
giving away Aubrey's Tesla.
All right, I'll tell you what, Steve, hang on the line. Glenn's going to take your name and address, and we're going to send that book out to you.
Thank
awesome,
you.
man. I appreciate the
Very
call.
good.
And then we're going to talk a little bit about. Then we're going to let's since we mentioned it before the break, let's talk about how I teach you and what you do now on how to get tenants.
Right.
So it starts out. So Mary, if you were listening, if you're still listening from before, we said that when the Facebook Messenger says, "Hey, is this still available?" You say, "Hey, call me," and this is my phone number, and then they call you. So when you have that conversation, as a matter of fact, let's do it, Debbie.
Okay.
Hi, my name's Larry. I'm calling about your apartment.
What do you want to know?
I don't know. When's it available?
When is it you're looking to move?
I'm looking to move in about a month and a half.
Why so soon? What's going on?
Well, it's just my lease is up, and I'm looking for new places. I want to get something slightly bigger than I have now.
Okay. When are you available to see it?
So I could probably see it this Saturday. Is that okay?
You know what? Saturday won't work for me. Can you do Sunday at 10 o'clock instead?
Yeah, I could. What's
Okay.
the address?
So, and I guess I give you the address, right? And then so what's going to happen is on that day, I'm going to show it to a couple different people. And the first person to give me $500 and I take it off the market and I'm going to check your credit. Tell me a little bit more about your credit.
Oh, well, my credit's kind of not as good as I would like it to be.
Okay. What's going on with that?
I don't know, I don't know. My kid grabbed my credit card one day and charged up all this stuff, and I could have had him arrested, and I decided not to, and I can't afford to pay the bill, so I haven't been paying my credit card bill.
I'm not so sure this would be the best place for you.
Okay, that's not necessarily, by the way, that's not necessarily.
No. So, I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's
think
not necessarily the answer, but yeah, okay.
one of the things that I would say is like, well, it's something to consider, but I would probably take a second security for that. So then, if the rent's $1,100, it would be first, last, and then two
Okay.
securities.
So hold on. So I'm gonna actually role play it backwards.
Okay.
We got Jeff and Happer. Hold on, Jeff. I'm gonna ask you in a minute, but I just want to reverse role play it.
Yeah.
Because I've been doing this for 42 years now, and it rolls off the tip of my tongue. And I know I've been training Debbie, and she's getting better and better at it. But check it out. Okay, so you call me.
Hi, I was calling about your apartment that's over in, Easton.
Oh, awesome. When are you thinking about moving?
I was thinking maybe 3 or 4 weeks.
Okay, awesome. So what's going on that you could move so soon?
I really don't like my current landlord, and he never fixes anything, and he's been saying he's going to fix everything, but he never does, and I'm tired of waiting around for him, and I just want to get out of this place.
Okay, so real quick, off script, that's a major red flag for me, but I'm just going to go back to the script. Okay, really, have you given your landlord notice that you're going to move?
No, I haven't said anything to him yet.
So how could you possibly move in 3 weeks from now if if you haven't given notice?
Well, yeah, I could just, I could let him know that I'm leaving by the end of the month because I'm on a month-to-month lease.
Okay, so
I
then you
could
need
just
at least
leave.
a month to move in.
60.
Hold on, you need at least a month to move in then, right?
Yeah, I guess it would be a month. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So let's assume that red flag wasn't there. I want to move on because I want to move forward. Okay, so Debbie, so just so you know, the rent is $1,500 a month. As I said in the ad, and I would need first month, last month, and 1 month security. Is that okay for you?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, great, excellent. Okay, so by the way, are you available this Saturday to see it?
I can't do Saturday. Can you do Sunday instead?
Okay, and assuming I can, I'll just say yes. Okay, that's great. And so just so you know, I want to let you know that what I'll be doing is I'll be showing it to a bunch of people that day, and the first person to give me $1,000 deposit will be the person who takes the apartment. So just understand. Make sure you come prepared with that $1,000. I mean, if you don't want it, you don't have to give me the $1,000. But if you do want it, the first person to give me $1,000, I'm going to take it off the market, and no one else in that room can have it. And then from there, I'm going to run your credit. Oh, by the way, what am I going to find on your credit?
My credit's pretty good. I think I have a 650, and I pay all my bills on time.
Okay, excellent. All right, so then I'll see you on Saturday or whatever day we came up with.
Right.
At 10 o'clock, whatever time we came up with. And by the way, just, I'm coming out to see you and a couple other people. Please take my phone number, and if anything comes up and you can't make it, please call me, all right?
Okay.
All right, great. I will see you then. So that's basically what I do because I want to hear about their credit. I want to hear about their, I'm going to make sure that they understand that it's going to be first month, last month, and 1 month security.
Job. I mean, both of you didn't ask about what do you do.
Why do I need that?
I want to know that people are working.
Okay, so hold on, because I was doing this.
Yeah, we had this conversation before.
Yeah, so I was doing this, and we were coming back from, I don't know, I think L.A., I think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were looking for a car, and a couple people were calling me because I was trying to set up people to come and take a look at my rental. And Larry yelled at me, and he's like,
I
"You're
didn't
doing
yell
this."
at you.
Yes, you did.
I did not.
Yes, you did. So,
Yeah, I believe her.
yeah.
Okay.
So he yelled at me, and he's like, "You're doing this all wrong. Why aren't you doing what I told you? This is what you need to ask."
Right.
So then he gave me the 5 list of questions, and
Yeah.
then I memorized it over. I had it in my pocket for
Right.
the next week until I memerized it, and then now I'm using those questions.
Okay, so
to
the answer to the question is why in the phone call do I not care if they have a job or not? In the phone call, I don't care. Okay, I've told them they need first month, last month, and 1 month security, and immediately she said no problem. That leads me to believe that they either have income or they have money, and I'm okay with it.
Will you still rent them if they don't have a job?
Of course not.
Okay.
If they have, I should say if they don't have a job, but if they have no means of paying the rent, I mean, don't forget, I'm gonna talk to them again when they get there.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm trying to find out here is, first of all, is that a problem?
If they have an income, I don't care about the job. I don't know
Yeah,
what
as
they
long as
do.
there's an income, right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I need to see income.
Right. So it's not. It's just one of those things where, as soon as they've already agreed to give me, $4,500, I'm pretty confident that they are comfortable with the rent. Now, if you want to ask, you can. I just don't need to at that point. Now, it does happen where they go, well, I don't know if I can afford that, and then I'll say, what do you do? Because then you're basically educating them on math.
And for how long?
I mean, I had one person $1,500 apartment, and she was making $15 an hour, and I'm like, you do realize you have to work 280 hours a month just to pay the rent? And you can't afford electric, You know what I mean? So it was, once I educated her, maybe she understood that she couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
But all right, let's do this. Let's you guys get that? So you guys online, that's what we do. And then when we see them, we take the same thing. We take a application and we take the $1,000 check. The reason Debbie said 500 is literally I just changed it from 500 to 1,000 recently. So a lot of the scripts that I have online on our coaching program says 500, but I changed it to 1,000 because the economy's changed, right? So the other day you took a $500 deposit, and you had to give it back. But you know what? Let's do this real quick because Jeff's been on hold for a while. What's going on, Jeff?
Hey, Larry, I'll try to condense this the best that I can. And listen,
Sure.
Omri's name is Omri, just so you know. In case you So anyway, I listen to you all the time. So here's the situation. And like I said, I'll condense it the best I can. I've been going through a divorce for about the last 2 years.
Okay.
I was in a severe motorcycle accident,
Oh, no.
actually pronounced dead at the scene.
Oh my God.
And literally, the doctor bills over the last 3 years wiped out my income completely.
Okay.
So here's what's going on now. At this point, I am renting a house in Hapro, which is where I grew up. I love the house. I love the guy that I'm renting it from. It's $15.95 a month. The house in Ivyland, either my ex has to buy it from me by October 14th, or the property goes for sale. Now, you know where Spring Mill is because I know you guys have meetings there. My house in Ivyland, you could walk to from Spring Mill in not even 5 minutes. It's in the old borough of Ivyland.
I know exactly where you are.
It's appraised at about $450. Yeah, it's appraised at about $450. So my question for you guys, first of all, my credit, I have one credit card, a Discover.
Okay.
The reason I got the credit card was to start paying the lawyer and let her each month take money and put it on the credit card. My credit was up to 788, and then as soon as it's windy here in Buckhead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Jeff, it's
so
like, we're listening with headphones and we get to hear that wind in our headphones. I was wondering if there's anything you can do about it, but if not, that's fine.
Let me turn it another way. Okay, so anyway, I had 2 previous credit cards that I thought, because once I got divorced, I'm like, I don't want no debt other than my Camaro payment. So, and the Camaro's the car, obviously.
I know.
Yeah.
So I paid off all the credit cards, I cut them up, and closed the accounts. My credit.
Oh, you closed the accounts?
788.
Oh.
I did.
Never close accounts.
I thought
Oh.
I was doing the right. I know now.
Yeah.
So I closed them, and now my credit went down to 685.
Okay, that's still
So
not bad,
here's
by the way.
The major question.
That's still not bad.
Yeah, but I'm not happy with that. I really.
So what's your
busted
question?
My, you know what?
Okay.
My question is, should I stay renting this house, which I love, and he may give me the option to buy it? I don't know, but I take. I've done so much repairs and upgrades to this house. I love it there. I would love to live there forever. So when I sell or she buys me the house from Ivyland, I'm figuring I'll wind up with about $180,000 in my pocket once you split it, the equity.
Okay.
Would you recommend me to stay in the house in Hapro, or do you think I should try to move on? That's why I think your school is so interesting, because I'm like, I'm not going to take that 180 and just, I don't want to use the word, pee it away.
Yeah, I got you.
But what is the best thing for me to do when really that is going to be a lot of money, and I don't know what to do with that money. And
what you do is you write a check to Larry Steinhaus for 180. No. But here's a.
I knew that.
Yeah,
I knew that's where this was going.
Yeah, but in all seriousness, okay, so this is where I not only teach you financial advice, but I also teach you life advice, right? I mean, if you really like this house and where you live, and you can't buy the house and you want to stay there, fine, you're paying rent. You know what I mean? You're paying rent. So if you're paying rent and you like the house, you like where you live, it's a lifestyle choice. And you've chosen to live in that house. It's a lifestyle choice. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't listen to your friends that say, oh, you should own a house. Listen to your heart. And if your heart says you want to stay there, stay there. Take the $180,000. Maybe you buy an investment property. Maybe you lend it to somebody. Maybe you put it in a mutual fund.
Yes.
Maybe you buy stocks. It doesn't matter. But if you really want to buy a house, then you buy a house. If you don't, you don't buy a house. Okay. So it's totally different than anyone else is going to tell you. And if you want to learn what to do with the $180,000, whether it's buy a house or not buy a house, by the way, I will tell you that if I had, I have obviously more than $180,000, but if I had $180,000 in the bank, Do you know how many houses I could buy with that 180,000? Take a guess.
See, and that's what I mean. You guys know how to spend that money properly. That's something I don't know.
Well, wait. I'm gonna have you guess this. I'm gonna have you take this guess. Okay, if I had $180,000 in the bank, how many houses can I buy with that 180,000?
From my knowledge, not even one.
So you ready? I'm going to tell you.
On the price of the house.
You ready? I'm going to tell you all the houses I ever want and that I ever want to buy and still have the $180,000. How's that for an answer?
Wow. Yeah, I need to come see you guys. I really
Yes,
do.
you do.
You do. You need to come see us.
Yeah.
I mean, I started out as a young guy. I bought my first house when I was 21, which I'm 61 now, which was pretty good back then. Was in Willow Grove, and then I bought a huge house in Huntington Valley, 4,000 square feet.
Nice.
And then once this whole thing, I decided to move to a smaller house. I love Ivyland, and I'm glad that that's where I bought the house. But between the house in Ivyland and Hapro, I'd rather be in the house in Hapro.
So I will tell you one thing. When you put that house up for
Great.
sale, or even before you put that house up for sale, give me a call. Maybe we'll buy it.
All right, you know what, Larry? So listen, when and where is your next class? Because I know where your office is. It's up there almost when I would go to the memorial for the 9/11 memorial up that way in Newtown, right? Are you near
108
there?
Corporate
Yeah, yeah.
Drive East.
Omri is telling you the number because he
108
wants to talk.
Corporate Drive East in Langhorne.
Okay, so you could go to investorschooling.com
Wait,
and
who-
RSVP.
Larry,
Yeah.
Larry, who was that? Was that Omri?
Yeah, that was Omri.
That was Omri.
Who?
That's the big mouth.
Who?
The big mouth who can't stop talking. He's so upset that
yeah.
he's so upset that there's a microphone in front of him and he hasn't been able to talk for 5 minutes that he had to say something.
And I will tell you even
nervous.
more.
He's
If you
getting
love your rentals, stay with your rental.
Hey, I got a question for you, Omri. How does he sign up for class this Thursday?
What do you mean?
How does he sign up for class this Thursday? Tell him.
You need to go to investorschooling.com right now. Now. Leave the phone.
Well, I'm on the phone. I can't do
Leave
it.
the phone.
So wait, Omri,
Yeah.
where is the class, though? That's kind of what I'm trying to ask.
We are
Compared to
loca-
Hapro,
Yeah,
where
we are
you guys
located
having it?
in 108 Corporate Drive East in Langhorne. It's just across the bypass, the Newtown bypass, just across the Newtown bypass from the neck.
Right off of Route 95. It's very easy to
Okay,
get.
Yeah.
And you could also go to
All right, so
Newtown bypass
so you're
from
having
Hapro. I'm sorry?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I just go right out Alms House Road. I know exactly where you're at. 413, that's the bypass.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
So question
yes.
for you.
Sure.
That class is then going to be held at your office, not
Correct.
at a different location. Is that
Right.
what you're saying?
We hold the classes at our office. We have a classroom style office with a lot of electronics, and we teach you guys stuff that you never would imagine. I promise you. I don't even know what we're talking about this Thursday, but I promise you that when you come into class, when you leave, you're going to leave knowing things about money that you never knew before.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll tell you what.
I
I got a deal for you. You show up, Jeff. If you show up on Thursday, so you have to come in, you have to just introduce yourself, tell us who you are, and I'm going to do a class on credit building if you show up. So if you don't show up, I'm going to change the topic. But if you show up, I'm going to do a class on credit building. And remember, how much are you paying for this class?
I have no idea how
It's
much it is.
free.
That's right.
You're showing up on Thursday, and
Okay.
it's free. So I'm going to solve your problem, teach you credit building this Thursday, and you're going to show up for free. Show up at 7 o'clock, and I promise you, you're going to learn something incredible. All right. Anything else you got?
That was my next question. 7 o'clock. I'm going to tell you guys right now. You can hold me to it. You will see me there.
We'll see
Okay.
you there.
Okay.
Amazing.
All right.
I love you guys.
Please.
I appreciate all your advice. And tell Omri I'm waiting for that book.
All right.
Okay.
You got it. We'll see you. Actually, we'll see you on Thursday night. And if you promise to tell me that you're the guy and ask for a book, I'll give you one. Now, I never give these books away. All my students right now watching online, they're all mad at me because I don't give my book away. But I'm going to give it to you as well. So we will see you on Thursday night. That's awesome, man. Talk to you
All
soon.
right. Thank you, Larry.
You got it.
All right. I will be there. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. So Debbie's reminded me to talk about something else that we got going on. We actually have an all-day event coming up. It's on May 20th. It's an all-day event super event. It's called the Money Multiplier. And we do this event about 4 times a year, and we actually missed the first one. So this year we're only going to do 3 because we had some problems with the first quarter. So we're doing the second quarter event right now.
Yeah.
It's called the Money Multiplier on May 20th. It's $97 a ticket. It's a full day of all kinds of knowledge on everything about money. I mean, like insane amount of people. We bring in guest speakers who are experts on money. By the way, I'm going to get back to this, but how did Thursday night go when we had the trust guy there?
Oh my God! I
It was
saw the
packed. Did you
pictures.
see it? It was
yeah.
packed.
We had
It was
a packed house
We had
on
a packed
Thursday
house.
night.
We actually had to
my
pull out
attorney.
chairs. We
Yeah.
actually had to pull out chairs.
We had,
'cause
we
pull
had
out
my
chairs.
attorney there who talks about trust, and he and I had a whole conversation about trust, and it was amazing about how to own properties and trust and how to protect yourself, and that was an amazing thing. So I'm telling you, don't miss out on this. There's only 75 seats that are going to be sold, and I believe half of them are gone already. So it's the Money Multiplier. It's May 20th. If you go to 4, mmw.com, the number 4, mmw.com, you can sign up, $97. Sign up now, and I'm telling you right now, this will be the best $97 you ever spent in
How
your
can
entire
it be
life.
so cheap? I still don't get it.
Because honestly, I just want people there.
Yeah.
You know, look, it's at the point. You know, it gets to the point where I just want to teach people how to do this. And look, some people will be introduced to the school, and I'll be introduced to some of our knowledge, and maybe they'll even become students. I don't know.
It's
But for
usually a fun
$97
event.
for a full day, a full 8 hours,
Yeah,
it'd
it's
be
usually
incredible.
a fun event. Yeah, because I know actually when I first went, it was before I was a student, and I remember going in the morning, and I remember telling my husband, I'm like, hey, I'm going to go to this thing. I'll be home by noon. I'm not staying all day. I'm not doing this. And then I listened to the first presentation, which was Brent Kessler's,
Right.
and I remember calling him back, and I'm like, I'm going to stay for the rest of the day.
Exactly.
I'm like, I'm going to stay for the rest, and I'll see you
So
later.
much value.
So wait,
it was good.
So somebody online who's been following me for a long time, Fatina Johnson, you are going to this, Fatina. Go to 4mmw.com, 4mmw.com. Sign up right now. If not, I'm unfriending you on Facebook if you don't sign up for this. Okay, because you belong here. I've watched some of the stuff you do on Facebook, some of the houses you've been flipping, and some of the other things about money. And I know you reached out to me the other day about a subject to contract.
Well.
I'll tell you right now, for $97, spend the $97, go to 4mmw.com, show up May 20th, and when you leave, you're going to know so much about money that you had no idea even existed. So that would be the greatest thing. And of course, if anybody wants to come to the class this Thursday, go to investorschooling.com and just pretend your name is Steve or Mary or Tim or Jeff. And 4mmw. So it's number 4, mmw.com. It stands for 4moneymultiplierworkshop.com. So the number 4, mmw.com is the address. Right? Fatina's asking me online. All right. So, all right, cool. So we got like 5 minutes. We got like 6 minutes or so. Right. Anybody want to call in 855-939-1137 and ask me any questions about anything?
I do have a question for
the
you.
economy. Hold on. You know, I don't mind you interrupting me so much, but the other people listening do.
Okay.
All right. 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137.
What's the number?
All right, let's go to Omri
Yeah.
and see what his question is.
So, we talked with Jeff right now. A very nice guy. Hopefully, we'll see him on Thursday.
We will.
He mentioned that he's doing a lot of repairs in his
Rental unit.
Yes,
he did
I
say
want
that.
to talk about that for a second. Because how many of you had occasions in the past that a tenant did a repair in the house and asked you as a landlord to paid you less, or told you, I'm going to pay you less because I did this and this repairs?
Okay, so I want to answer this. Can I answer this
Yeah,
one?
that's a great question.
Okay.
That
That's
actually is
a
a great
problem.
question. Yeah.
So I do have this one property, and they originally had, I got it at tax deed auction. It was a guy who passed away. His kids wanted nothing to do with it. It was full of crap when I got it. So we got it all fixed up. And the people who moved in, there was a carpet, and we ripped up the carpet, and there were still the staples there. And they specifically asked if they could redo the floors. So what I said to them was, if you want, you can redo the floors, but understand that it's not coming off your rent, and it would be a separate transaction.
Mistake.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm telling you what I did. So
Okay.
I said you could send me an invoice send me an estimate for what it is you want to do, and then, but it's not coming off the rent. It would be a separate transaction, and that's how I ended up doing it. So tell me why that's a mistake.
All right. When my tenant says to me, hey, I want to redo the floors, I go, okay. Hire a professional, have them contact me, and if you really want to redo the floors and pay for it, that's fine. but this professional will have to do it. You will have to pay him directly, and you cannot do it yourself. If you do it yourself, any damage you do to that property will be billed back to you.
Oh, I don't do that.
Yeah, I know, because you all are dumb. Okay?
Why would you allow them to do it?
Because they're going to will allow them to hire a professional?
No. What will happen if they will claim that they had to do it because
Okay,
the
wait. So
floor
there's,
was so
two different
bad
conversations
or-
now.
yeah.
This is two different conversations, right? So the first question that you asked was, hey, if something's broken in the unit, can they fix it, right?
Yeah.
So the first thing, if you're a landlord,
If it's
and there's-
needed.
what?
Needed.
Yeah, like,
And
let's
then
say
you
the
said-
heater.
you said repair. So you were talking about
but he
Repair
was-
is something
he was-
that needs to be
okay,
fixed.
We got like 4 minutes, so I want to stay on topic. Okay, so let's say the heater's broken, okay?
Yes.
And now they call you up and they say, hey, my heater's broken. Well, look, as a landlord, you have to fix that
Of
heater.
course.
Okay? You can't wait. You need to make the phone calls. You need to do whatever you need to do, and you need to fix that heater, okay? Now, sometimes it takes a couple of days to get, to get the heater repaired. You want to get the guy out there within 24 hours at all times. I mean, sometimes they may have to get somebody else. But if you're a terrible landlord and you say, yeah, I'll get to it when I get to it, and this guy now goes there and he now goes there and you don't fix the heat, and he goes and hires somebody to fix the heater because you ignored him, he has every right to either sue you or he has every right to take that off the rent. Now, if you've created that situation, you're such a bad landlord at that point that I don't even want to help you defend yourself on that one.
Only if they tell you. You
Well, if
don't
they-
allow them to hire somebody because the heat broke without letting you know that the heat broke.
No. I don't want them hiring their. No. I'm not. They're not hiring their person unless
Okay,
they've already spoken to
exactly my
me.
point.
If they call me up and they say, "Hey, my best friend's a heating and air conditioning guy. He can fix it."
No, that I would say no to.
No. I'm going to say that's fine. However, is he licensed? Does he have a real company? And if he says yes, that's fine. Have your friend call me and I'll send him over there. That's fine. I have no problem with that. Because it's okay. I don't care if he's giving business to his friend. It doesn't matter to me. But what matters to me is I want somebody to fix it. Unless I know somebody or have somebody. Because sometimes that happens, right? Sometimes it happens.
Yes.
Okay. So you must fix this stuff immediately. I mean, it's funny. Remember we had Audrey on a couple of weeks ago. She just said this. She just texted on
Larry's
Facebook.
right.
She said Larry's right. But at the same time, Audrey, I have a couple of properties with Audrey. And Audrey, the other day, she wanted to raise the rent. I asked her to raise the rent on one of my properties. And sure enough, it's a Section 8 property. Section 8 came back and said, hey, you got to do a couple of repairs first before we can raise the rent because the people have been there in a long time. Who knows, whatever. And I said, of course, just fix it. I'm not even worried about Section 8. That doesn't bother me that they can't raise the rent because of Section 8. What bothers me is the fact that these problems are happening and I'm inconveniencing a tenant. I don't like that.
Of course.
And if you're a landlord like that, your life is much better if you treat people like you want to be treated.
Sell your
Then
properties.
everything is fantastic. When people treat you terrible, then you evict them. Now, I'm going to tell you guys next week on the show, we're going to talk about an eviction that I'm in the middle of. That is an amazing eviction because this guy paid his rent 4 days in advance always. But I don't have any more time because we only have 30 seconds. So I'm gonna promise you guys, if you want to listen next week on the show, I promise I'm going to talk to you about this eviction. I want to thank Dr. Dev for being here,
Hey,
and I want to thank what's his name for being here as well, and of course. The most amazing person to thank is, of course, Glenn Page, because if it wasn't for Glenn Page, you guys wouldn't be able to listen to this show, and you wouldn't be able to call in.
Thank you,
So,
Glenn.
we'll see you all, guys. We'll see you all this Thursday at Investor Schooling. Go to investorschooling.com. Sign up for a free class. We'll see you Thursday. I'm looking forward to giving those books away. Investorschooling.com.